Hi guys, how are you all doing? Today I'm going to talk a bit about my time in senior school. I went to Hanham High and I went there because it had a hub, we used to call it the unit, and it was full of lovely stuff that was there to support people with additional needs. And it also had automatic doors throughout the whole school, so it was easier for people in wheelchairs and who found it hard like myself with mobility. So Hanham High, I got my first few years there, I thrived. I was really popular. I loved learning, and I was in top set math, top set for English, and I was doing really well. The only trouble I would say I had in my first 3 years was lunchtime. A few of the students said I made them feel ill when they saw me eating because obviously, like I said in my previous video, I'm not the tidiest of eaters, but we solved that problem. Me and my friends used to get our lunch and sit in a classroom off the canteen, and it was really nice. But I will say, now who I am today, if someone don't like the way I'm eating, I'm staying there and saying, if you don't like it, don't look. It's that simple. But I guess that comes with growing up and having self-confidence and realizing you're not gonna be everyone's cup of tea. So that wasn't a real big problem, we got over that. So then I was ill. I would say halfway through year 9, and I was off for 17 weeks. I got food poisoning, but it went to my joints, and I was in hospital for a few days because I couldn't keep anything down. My mum, bless her, slept on the camp bed at the end of my bed for like 12 weeks. When I went back to school, everyone, all my friends, they were all so lovely because at that time back in school, I didn't want to use a wheelchair, so I used to link their arms and walk with them, and obviously I was a lot slower, but bless them, they always had time for me and were so good with me. But I guess being away for 17 weeks, they realized like how much more they could do if they just went and done it and not having to sort of help me around. And looking back now, I totally respected that. But at the time, I kind of didn't understand that. But, we moved. In class, I still had a giggle, and so it wasn't too bad. I I started hanging about with other friends that used to maybe find it harder to get around to. So we used to just hang about and close to our next lesson and have a giggle. All good. So I guess as well, a few months after I went back to school, there were budget cuts and I lost my scriber. So it meant that in lessons I couldn't get anything done. And all my friends, they tried to write my answers down as well as theirs, and it was a lot on them. But I went from all my top sets in class to the bottom within, I would say, a few months because I wasn't getting the work done. They decided to boot me out the top set into the bottom, which was really frustrating for me because obviously I knew what I was doing, but I couldn't physically get it down to show the teachers. That is really hurtful. When I look back, I could safely say I got let down, and my mum tried to fight and get me the help I needed, but the headmaster said like he really wished he could give me allocate me a scriber, but it just wasn't feasible. And then I started to get bullied by the older guys. They used to take the mickey out the way I walked, and it just went from me thriving at school to being bullied. I lost my scriber, so I wasn't doing as well as I knew I could. So the day I turned 16, because I got put back here in junior school, my mum said legally you don't have to go back now, and like she was more than happy for me to leave school because I wasn't gonna do as well as we knew I could. So instead, I went to college and done really well for myself. My fortunate all today is now I look back and I think, why did I let anything people said get me down? Because I know where I am now. I love myself, and nothing anyone says can hurt me because you don't know me. You're missing out. I'm awesome. I'm positive, but you know, when we're younger, we kind of don't see things how they really are. But I'm absolutely fine. Nothing from my time at school have affected me or defined me. It's just made me stronger. I'll leave it there. Have a lovely day, guys. Bye.